Yes, 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 yes. Blessings and grand risings. It is 6:27 Atlanta time. So it's probably 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and 7 a.m. your time. But what we're going to do, you're in the lab with Miss Grace. You can call me Miss Grace or Miss Levi. And we have been bringing you I have been bringing you some troublesome news that came from Mississippi related to two people who have been lynched out there. So, there was an update last night that I want to give y'all an update this morning. And the reason why I'm so early, because we usually do the 8 a.m. morning show, is because I have some cooking to do this morning. You guys know on Wednesdays, if you don't know, I give food out to the homeless. So I have to start cooking at 8 a.m. to get things together and then go do my seminar. So I'm up and at 'em this morning. Shout out to the new subscribers. Shout out to everyone who is separatist and like what I do here, because all we do is truth and fact. So I'm not going to make my commentary long. What we're going to do is keep our eyes on this troublesome situation that has to do with Trey. Okay. And later on, we're going to be giving y'all, just a little flashback on a few other young black men who has been missing, unalive, and all types of stuff. Before I go to Trey, I just want to show you this. This happened this year, and this is why we have to pay attention. This was another gentleman, and we're going to go into his case too. I just want to shed light on it while we're here. It is Javon McGee. He's a gentleman that is allegedly missing, and they're looking for him. Before we get to the Trey case, because we got some updates for you guys. Let's go. Hold on. Where is the volume? Here we go.
My family desperately needs your help. This is my little cousin, Javon McGee. He's from Chicago, Illinois. He was 21 years old and would have been 22 in a few weeks. He was found hanging from a tree in Henderson, North Carolina yesterday. He drove trucks, so that was his reason for even being out there. The police officers are trying to say that he went to Walmart and purchased a rope and hung himself. We obviously don't believe that, and we are just asking for your help to push his story out there. This isn't covered on any local platforms. No news stations, radio, none of that. So we're trying to push it out there. We really need your help. The police officers in the coroner's office are giving us a hard time, not allowing his mom to identify the body. At one point, they told her she can't identify the body due to COVID. And then the next day, today, they told her the father has to give her permission for that, which he said that he would. She asked if they could send her pictures at least. They told her yes, and then turned around and told her, oh, I don't think that you want to see your son like that.
Okay, so I want to show you this, guys, to show you what trend. Shout out to the people in the comments already, Joe. Yes, we have to use TikTok. We have to use resources because guess what? Lynching like this is not in the encyclopedia. Lynching like this is not on the regular news, Joe, because they're not talking about it. So don't try to discredit our resources or what we're using to get information out when you and your people that you follow do the same thing. Okay? You're starting the gaslighting right in the morning and you don't even care about the content. So if you don't care about the content, you can keep it moving. Let's go. It's all over the news now, Joe. Okay? And you think that we're just going to follow mainstream news and just follow what they said? Please, we're the mainstream news. So let's get it. Did you guys know? Did the mainstream news tell you this, Joe? Did it tell you this? Okay, because what we do is go look and hunt, and sometimes people put things that we can continue to share, and the news is not going to share this. Did you know Trey Reed was in fear for his life, and he had an active police report? And the reason why we show you the first one is because we want to show you that sometimes the bad guy is not the good person. Okay, we show a lot of police brutality, wrongful death on this particular channel. So this goes right with what we have been showing our audience for the last year as far as some cops who don't deserve to have their badge because they're killers and murderers. So allegedly,
Trey Reed's father, Genesis Perry, posted this Facebook post that reads, he, meaning Trey, was calling home talking about some of the racism he was experiencing alone with some of his friends. White guys riding around on campus throwing trash at them and calling them the N-word. He, meaning Trey, finally got the tag number and called the police. They did nothing. Our son, Trey Reed, then began to put pressure on the police department because it was constantly happening and he hadn't heard back from the complaint he filed. He didn't just become a target for racism at Delta State. He became a target for the police department for demanding they do their job, the Facebook post said.
And that's allegedly coming from third party, my channel, but that is dad. So, Seth, don't worry, you know the truth, right? I bet you do, especially if you're part of that. Because, yeah, we're going to keep it moving because that was really heavy. And this is not the first time where blotch investigations cover up allegedly wrongful death related to police behavior. Right now, I'm chasing after a case in Illinois, in Dalton, Illinois, of a wrongful death of a 19-year-old child who was shot 8 times in the car by an officer, and that was covered up, and that officer did not get in trouble. So please, Seth, yeah, we all know what goes on, baby, especially with our people. So let's watch this. This is an update. They have been Crump on the case, okay? This is Black with No Chaser. Shout out to them. We're going to watch the update from the attorney, one of the attorneys that is representing Trey family. And yeah, let's just watch this together because as Seth say, don't worry, Joe, we know the truth. We're going to figure this out and we're going to use regular social media because if it wasn't for us pushing this, the regular smegular mainstream would not even pay attention to this. But that's where the resources are supposed to come from. We just going to highlight that. Stop it. Let's go. Attorney Ben Crump to lead civil rights investigation in the death of Delta State University student Trey Reed. Now, I'm not going to get too much into Ben Crump, but the gentleman that, if y'all watch my page, his name is Jedediah Brown. I know a lot of activists from the Chicago area, and some of these activists are trauma chasers. So I will just pray that Ben Crump get the justice for the family, not just the money. Because a lot of these cases that our black activists are on is money chasing, and we never get the recompense. I mean, most of the time, these people don't go to jail. So I'm glad Ben is on it because he can make the story big. But I'm just going to be honest. We have to push more than the storyline and to get just answers. We need people prosecuted. So let's go. So we're hearing from the beginning of this broadcast that it's possibly not only a police cover up, but he already had active encounters with the police, pushing them to go after the racist students or the prejudiced behaviors that they were having out there, and they wasn't doing anything. Okay, let's go.
Now, the family does not know exactly what happened on September the 15th of 2025. We are seeking answers from Delta State University. We're seeking answers from the coroner's office. We need answers. As of this point, the family of Trey Reed has not even received a phone call
Crump.
from the president of Delta State University and to tell them exactly what happened to their child that they entrusted to Delta State University. As we move forward, we're just looking for answers that a simple camera on the university's campus will answer. There are a lot of unanswered questions here, and the family just wants some answers. As we speak now, the family does not know exactly
from top officials at the university and at the coroner's office. Does anyone have any questions? Yes.
Let me turn up the volume a little bit.
Well, at this point, justice would look like transparency. Justice looks like a simple phone call from the president of the university with some personalization that this young man that we entrusted to Delta State University, that he cared.
They didn't even have the decency to call mom. They don't even have a decency to have respect for her, to give condolences. Yeah, the president, you think he care? He just want that tuition money. He probably worrying if they're going to get paid for the rest of the tuition, for the rest of the semester.
I actually have Trey's uncle, his uncle who's the pastor of this church, and he will come forward and tell you a little bit about Trey.
Honestly, Cannibal Animal, we don't care if the black chief of police said that. He's probably just a token, like they always do, put someone out there to try to ease us out, ease our pain. Rick, the only brainwashing that's going on is the fact that we're being brainwashed by your system to pretend nothing is happening. Our young black kids are dying, and y'all will never control our narrative ever again. We will not let this happen. Period. It's not happening anymore. We're not letting it go, no matter what nonsense you put in the chat and gaslighting, which is going down this time. And we're not going to play with y'all, okay? No one is going to allow y'all to take our kids' life in the middle of them getting education. While Caucasian kids in this school acting like animals, yelling, throwing things at the black kids. Oh, you're going to just disregard that like you always do. We got some Kirk fans in here, some delusional ass people. That's why I put his name there, so you guys can know that this situation is directly related to Kirk's death. And the people that's in this audience right now that's flaming the fire, that mindset is what led to this. So come on in and show and prove the proof of what we're talking about. It's people like you who are brain dead, unhuman, brainwashed, MK Ultra since a kid. Let's keep it going, because I see some ignorance here, and you know I'm going to address it.
He graduated. When he graduated, he usually come here. Most every other Sunday, he would be here to attend the church here. And he was one of the type of young men that he was very obedient. And when I talk to him, I always tell him, he always tell me that he had a plan for his life. And many things, one thing he said he wanted to do, he wanted to be a truck driver. He wanted to go to college, he wanted to be a truck driver, because that's what I want for nearly 30 years.
I don't know why he went to college for that. He should have just jumped on the trucks and kept going, because it probably would have saved his life. I'm just being honest. This is ridiculous. He paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, his family paid, or thousands of dollars to bring him into this school that did not even protect him or don't even care. Black America, we got to wake up. And like he said, Daniel says, playing the victim card, laughing my butt off, just like all of you Caucasians were doing under Kirk. What do you think you were doing trying to go after DEI and all this? If you were so strong in your spot, you wouldn't have been trying to go after people that you know that were stronger than you. You were actually, that's called reverse victimization. White America. Y'all cry all the time about every fucking thing. Everything is a problem. People are doing stuff to you. They're taking your jobs. Stop. Who's the real victim here? Who's the real victim? Is it us or white America? Do you want to start? I know it's 6:42 a.m. on Atlanta time and probably 4 a.m. your time. But baby, let's talk about the real victims here in America. Who is always complaining? Oh, they're taking our jobs when it's only like 1% of black people in your how can I say industry? Literally, it's only when I was a nurse, it's only 2, 3, 4 of us in ICU and they feeling away because you're scared, because you're a victim. Let's go. I'm sorry. I don't want to take away from the story, but I do want to eat this morning. Because, yeah, we're going to change some hearts here. We're going to change the narrative. Because we're not victims. We call out the truth. This is a victim. Somebody died, they're a victim. Especially when they didn't do anything. Didn't call names, mix agendas, make millions of dollars off of lying propaganda like Kirk did, and then get disposed by his own. Disposed. Who's the victim today? Let's go.
That's what he don't do in that type of person. He didn't do any of those things. So that's why we're so concerned about what's going on.
Yes, I am today, baby. I'm like the Black Panther. You come after the Black Panther, you back us in the corner, we turn into the predator. Yes, sir. We're going to eat. We're going to eat and we're going to tell the truth. And we're going to protect ourselves. Yeah, we're no longer the victims. Say that. Anything that y'all say to try to make me seem like the bad guy, I'll use it. I'll use it. Yup, we're the prey. The black people are the prey right now.
We hear everything on the media. We just want the truth. That's all we're looking for. Because he was a young man, I really love it. And so right now, that's what we're looking for. And I thank the Lord for my niece. Thank God for her and all of my relatives that are here on today.
Decent
So
people.
that's all I have to say right now. I thank you so much for your support and finding out. Yeah, bring the truth to the light. That's what we're looking for.
Bring the truth to the light. All right, we're going to show another one. Now, just know, guys, I'm putting people on time out because they're children, and I'm going to let them watch. But what I would ask for you to do is act like adults. Stop name calling and talk about the subject matter. You know what I'm saying? I let them get through a little bit, but then at the end of the day, I'm just going to put y'all on timeout. Y'all just watch us black people cook, okay? Because we're no longer the victims. We don't want to be your victims. We're your predators, like you said, okay? Let's keep it like that.
Anyone else have any additional questions? Yes, go ahead. No, they have not.
He wasn't that type of person.
Did you, Rob, did you report
We have these-
did you report Kirk for inciting violence? Huh? Y'all scared when black people talk. I'm reporting you for inciting violence, for telling about what happened to your people. Y'all scared of black people, ain't y'all? Y'all really scared of us. We don't even have to say or do nothing. We walk in the room, y'all start clenching your purse, clenching your purse. Honestly, I think it is white fear. They're not emboldened. They're not. They're not. What you see here in my comment is white fear. They lost control. You lost control of your genetics. You lost control of your economy. You lost control of your society. Your children love brown people. They're always with us. They're at our parties. You lost control of your generations. Who's the victim here? Do y'all really want to start with me this morning? Let's finish watch what's going on with Trey. I know I'm taking away from the story, messing with these people in the audience, but we got to change some hearts today because they always come over into our channel trying to change our narrative, calling us names. That's all they can do. But then all the names that they call us, they're literally living it. It's a reflection of them. That's why I get on you. So I went from being the victim to now the predator and everything. They just want to find a way to push a button. But guess what? Everything you say, how you say, bounce off of me and stick to you like glue. Because black people, we ain't playing no more. We don't care about your rhetoric. Our kids are dying. It's time for us to get shit done and separate. And separate. Remember that. I'm a separatist.
Speak now. The family does not know exactly what happened on September the 15th of 2025. We are seeking answers from Delta State University. We're seeking answers from the coroner's office. We need answers. As of this point, the family of Trey Reed has not even received a phone call from the president of Delta State University.
So I want you guys to remember the context of what we showed you this earlier, because I don't want us to get lost in what some of the people are doing in the audience. There's a possibility that the police have something to do with this and they're covering up. So let's just watch this one more time so y'all can see what's going on, and we're going to go to the other one. I don't want y'all to get lost in the conversations that I'm having with the people in the chat. Because I like standing up for us, Black America. I like getting at these people because they retarded. I have fun, but let's stay focused here, okay?
As a Palestinian, I stand with Trey Reed.
And guys, if y'all know anything about genetics, this guy, he says he's Palestinian, but Palestinian is part of the tribes of Israel. Actually, that's Joseph's tribe. Go do your biblical research. White America ain't trying to hear none of that because they make up their history. But black people who are indigenous, people who really want to know history, Palestinian, they basically are categorized as blacks. They are from the lost tribes. So just to give you a heads up.
Trey Reed's father, Genesis Perry, posted this Facebook post that reads, he, meaning Trey, was calling home talking about some of the racism he was experiencing alone with some of his friends. White guys riding around on campus throwing trash at them and calling them the N-word. He, meaning Trey, finally got the tag number and called the police. They did nothing. Our son, Trey Reed, then began to put pressure on the police department because it was constantly happening and he hadn't heard back from the complaint he filed. He didn't just become a target for racism at Delta State. He became a target for the police department for demanding they do their job, the Facebook post said.
Now, as I stated, anything I say, go research. Charleston is he's upset right now because I know our biblical facts, baby. You know I'm Ron Dalton's niece. Go look at Ron Dalton. I don't even want to say his name because it gets us in trouble, okay? Do you know genetics? Do you know DNA, baby? Oh, we found who our people are. That's why we know who to deal with and who not to. You just want to take over everybody. So anyway, let's move on to a few more clips so we can keep the audience up to date what's going on. I know we saw this, but let's keep watching. Let's keep watching.
You need to proceed with caution.
You need to proceed with caution. Thank you.
Hattiesburg, Mississippi attorney Vanessa Jones.
Let's play that one more time to the people in the audience that's talking stuff. This to you.
Delta State University with your false narrative. You need to proceed with caution because there will be consequences for this.
Hattiesburg, Mississippi attorney Vanessa Jones speaking out Tuesday as family of 21-year-old Demartravian Trey Reed listened quietly in the Grenada church Reed attended. The freshman at Delta State University found dead Monday morning hanging from a tree on campus. Monday, just hours after Reed was found, the university announced.
At this time, there's no evidence of foul play.
Look. And the guy said it was a black sheriff that sat right in front of you, chief. Who cares? We know tokenism. Who cares? They be gaslighting about it was a black chief that said that. It was a black cop that killed the young girl that I'm chasing after that case. It was a Spanish and a black cop. And a whole bunch of black people and white people covered it up. It's called hate and corruption. Sometimes it don't have a color.
Raged after Bolivar County Coroner Randolph Seals Jr. issued this statement, quote, Based on preliminary examination, we can confirm that the deceased did not suffer any lacerations, contusions, compound fractures, broken bones, or injuries consistent with an assault. At this time, there is no evidence to suggest the individual was physically attacked before his death, end quote. Attorney Jones says DSU is leaving the Reed family in the dark.
We need answers. As of this point, the family of Trey Reed has not even received a phone call from the president of Delta State University.
So disrespectful.
And to tell them exactly what happened to their child that they entrusted to Delta State University.
Jones says the truth of what happened Monday should be easy to find.
Very.
Because if this young man was on the campus of Delta State University with all these cameras and all this modern technology, from the moment he left his dorm room or entered that campus, there should be surveillance.
Exactly. Surveillance cameras, as I mentioned, guys, I have a college student in the university. They have apps that track them. They have ways to get in contact with police if they're afraid for their lives. So obviously, we're going to have some more information come out. Hopefully, Ben Crump be very transparent, because it may have been some police reports filed with him saying he feared for his life. This story sounds remarkably similar to the other gentleman's story that we had just showed you yesterday. We're going to show you again, where he was complaining about what was going on the campus related to racial tensions, and nobody was doing anything. So I think this is going to blow a can off of this particular, blow a top off of this can in this particular story. And we're going to learn a lot more, because we already know Mississippi been burning. Shout out to the people in the audience who can stay focused and who are adults and can stay, concise on the topic and not gaslight. I see a lot of gaslighting and distractions. You know how you talk about one thing and then you talk to your kids because they're in trouble and they be like, but what about this? But they did this. That's what I see in the audience with a lot of these gaslighters. But we'll address it at the end, okay? Because, I got a lot to say that I'm trying to behave. Let's move forward. Now, this was the other gentleman who said that he encountered. Now, I'm thinking this is Trey's cousin, a family member, or someone. Regardless of the situation, we're just going to show this again because this give merit. Now things are coming together from TikTok videos and YouTube videos, things we putting together, and it's making sense. We're seeing more of a picture. Maybe that's why we're not getting the true transparency from the officers out there, because he's been having encounters with them. And they get frustrated when you are a complainer. How do I know? I'm a complainer. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Let's go. Let's play this real quick. Hit the like button. Thank you for being here so early in the morning. I know this is tragic, but guess what? Trey Reed mom is waking up today without her son. She didn't have him in the street shooting guns, and you know how they say black on black crime that they're trying to talk about inside of the audience. He was in college. He was minding his business. He was trying to do right, outside of the stereotype that they always put us under. Black on black crime, when all we seeing is white on white crime that they're trying to cover up all the time. Massive school shootings. Caucasian indigo Saxons, whatever y'all are, Caucasians. But y'all don't want to put that in the audience. So are we going to gaslight here, or are we going to stay focused on the fact that a young 21-year-old college student is unalive and he's black? On top of, a few hours later, a Caucasian homeless person. Don't forget, because we ain't biased over here. We just telling the truth. We're telling on every fucking body. A homeless person was found dead. Are we going to follow up on that too? Because today, as y'all know, I'm early because I have to go cook sloppy joes for the homeless out here in ATL, because that's what I do. Whatever I can do, because I walk like Yeshua. I walk like my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I don't talk about it like a lot of these people in the audience and our Caucasian brothers who use that as a cloak. I'm sorry, I just got to throw that in there. Let's listen to this young man talk about his experience. That sounds a little bit like, wow, something's going on out there. Let's go.
Situation right now. Let's go down to Mississippi. The name Trayvon Reed needs to ring all over the United States right now. One, that is my cousin. Two, This is the second incident that has occurred within the last 5 years at this campus. Delta State University has had a run-in with me and their policemen. They tried to lock me up for no reason, and it didn't succeed in their favor. I went on a 9-month probation and that's it. This year, just today, it was reported that my cousin was found hanging from a tree, and they tried to rule it as a suicide. Now, I just got off the phone with one of my cousins. She said she seen the reports, and it said that he was beaten and bruised. Both his arms was broken, and he had a broken leg. I'm gonna let y'all do the math. Now, this school has history for being racist. Even going all the way back to the 1980 situation that happened with the sit-in. I love to refer to that situation because that was one of the significant situations that happened with one of the black revolts that happened at this school. But still, I'm trying to be composed in this video, and I'm trying to keep it.
What's being debunked about this video? I said this could be his cousin, but this may be someone who has ties to the school. Why would he lie? What's being debunked? The star 280. Come on, show your work, show your proof, baby. Barely ain't nothing being debunked because stuff is just coming out, sir. So what's being debunked? That Mississippi don't hang people? That they ain't racist? Did y'all debunk that? That's what's debunked? Okay? Yeah, and you said, one of the people said, well, his mother is waking up without his son, and I'm empathetic for that, but I'm not empathetic for Charlie Kirk's wife and kids. Well, in the midst of Charlie Kirk dying, he was gaslighting and about to throw black people under the bus again. Just literally distracting from what the conversation was about and about to throw us under the bus. I don't have sympathy for Charlie Kirk. I don't care. He lived by the gun, died by the gun. He said that someone need to die by guns so you can have the Second Amendment right. I don't think Trey Reed said this. So how could you compare these two things? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? When you sit here and you don't have any respect for Trey Reed and you are highlighting a racist, that man, Charlie Reed, was a talking face for white America, y'all. Wake up. And he has been replaced by the other gentleman that is a more far-right guy. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The one he's been beefing with. He was a token for Trump. Do you understand? A talking piece. Trump don't care about him. And like I said, if he didn't care about him, he don't care about you. What? Trump is moving on. While y'all here arguing, while y'all inciting more hate, you're doing exactly what Trump wants, and that is to embark martial law on us. But the people who know what's going on and see the writing on the wall, we paying attention and we debunking nonsense, and we're highlighting the truth. But we're going to let these crazy Trumpsters and these Kirk lovers don't realize what time it is. We're going to keep letting them get played because they think they're really doing something when the system is just running over their ass just like they running over us. They didn't get nothing but hot gum and bullshit since Trump been in office. What have y'all got? What have y'all got but y'all lost y'all jobs too? What have you got but more hate in your heart and trouble? Trouble in your mind. Please tell me what you have benefit since Trump really been in here and what you have benefit from Kirk's talking points. And then it can make sense to me. I want to hear this, white America, because y'all are severely delusional. Let's go.
Put it all together. But there's a lot of shit that happens on that campus that don't nobody do shit about. It was incidents before my incidents, my big incident happened and then I reported that nobody did nothing about. Somebody tried to report me for a hate crime, and they was the one being homophobic, transphobic, and being racist. And they was trying to lock me up until I had multiple people come out and speak against him. There was an incident that I reported that it was a group of white students in a white truck while I was a freshman. They yelled at me and my friends and called us a bunch of monkeys.
So he just lying. He just lying, y'all. He's just lying.
Please do a deep dive on this.
We are. I hope you come out with more of your stories because if I find it, I'm going to keep on reporting it, okay? So let's move on. We just putting context clues together. And no, my feelings is not facts. It's just my feelings, and I have a platform. So if you want your feelings out there, you put your stuff on your platform and you say it from your perspective. But all I can do is just show you what's out there. But I'm going to tell you, I'm a very non-biased person. Because I like to get shit done. I don't like holding stuff up with my feelings and emotions. I will meet someone in the middle if it dealt with logic, if it dealt with compassion. And I know that God would approve of it. But a lot of stuff that y'all say, God don't approve of it. He don't approve of it. So let's keep talking about the murder of Trey Reed. We're not going to stop. This is what they want us to do. You see how they try to distract me the whole time? But we're going to entertain them, hit them with some blows, and then put the facts out there. Because by the end, when they leave, y'all come back because y'all know that grace is changing your heart and your mind. I'm helping you find God. I really am. I'm helping you find a soft spot, finding your humanity, because obviously you don't have it. That's what I'm. That's why you're back again. Because a few of y'all like, I remember you said this yesterday. I'm gonna get to know y'all name. You're watching because you see something and you hear something in me that speaks truth. You could deny, you could call names, but at the end of the day, you see what this is. You see it. You can't deny it, and you're gonna have to. When you meet God, all of us believe in a God, no matter what you call him. Buddha, Ba-Di-Da, I believe in Yeshua, our Lord and Savior, and Yahweh, our Creator, whatever. When I meet him, I'm going to be by myself. And he going to ask me what I did, not what y'all did to make me do it. It was what I did. And that's the same thing he's going to do to y'all. That's how I live my life. I know I ain't perfect, big baby, but I ain't full of what y'all full of. So stop it. Come and get some of this healing from this black Hebrew queen. Get it together. And go look up the information that I told you about Palestine being the descendant of Joseph. Go look at the area. Joseph's bloodline was still there. Joseph did not get sent out to the seas like us. He was there still in Egypt. Oh, you got it messed up, baby. You know nothing about geographic history. You could just put it together. You can't just use one source. You use Bible scripture, you use geographics. You go find out about the genetic history of the people in this area. It is mapped. It is mapped. I bet you if you go do the blood, go do genetic coding of Palestinians, they're going to match us, the black Hebrews in America, and all the rest of the tribe. Y'all know I'm Haitian, from my people from Haiti, but I was born out here. We part of the tribe. Go look this up, E1B1A. Go look up this DNA, E1B1A. White America, the ones who think I'm lying, go look it up and find where E1B1A is, how it's related to the Semitic people, and where is it spread at. And you're going to be pleasantly surprised. And we are the people. Since you want to bring that up, you should have let that is roll on by. When I said that about Palestinian, I'm bring up the Bible. You should have rolled that on by. Now go look that up and come back on another day and show me where I'm lying. Let's go.
Trees. Have you lost your absolute goddamn
This is for you, sir.
side by hanging themselves from fucking trees? Have you lost your absolute goddamn mind? The corruption from the university, from the medical examiner's office, from everyone involved who looked at that
No.
and said there's no evidence of foul play.
No, DNA actually begets race. Genetic coding actually begets phenotypes. Okay, do you want to talk about it? DNA is not different or don't have nothing to do with race, you dodo. Do you know anything about genetics? Huh? A little slow down there, huh? How you gonna say DNA ain't got nothing to do with race? Are you slow? What?
Like, you should be fucking
White fatigue is real if it's a thing.
ashamed of yourselves, and I hope he haunts you for the rest of your days. Him and all of his ancestors.
That's right. Let's play this again.
Black people don't commit suicide by hanging themselves from fucking trees. Have you lost your absolute goddamn mind? The corruption from the university, from the medical examiner's office, from everyone involved who looked at that and said there's no evidence of foul play. You should be fucking ashamed of yourselves, and I hope he haunts you for the rest of your days.
Me too.
Him and all of his ancestors. How can you look at the racial climate in America and then analyze the racial violence that's been enacted in America onto black people for centuries in America, and see a black man hanging from a tree and say, yeah, there's no evidence of foul play. How does that sit right in your spirit? How does that sit right in your soul? I'll tell you why. It's because you lack one. You don't have one. You lack a spine and a soul. And everyone involved in this little cover-up corruption scheme needs to be ashamed of themselves, because there's absolutely no fucking way.
Go ahead, Moneybags, beautiful. I agree with her this morning, guys. Let's watch one more. I'm going to pop on the screen, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm an ugly black girl. We just go pop on the screen. I want them to talk about me. Y'all make me laugh because you're so ignorant. Let's get to 2 more videos, y'all guys, and we're going to get off. I just wanted to give y'all an update that Ben Crump is on this case. Pray that it don't become a spectacle. And that it is an inclination that we already know, we believe that the cops are hiding something. But damn, if the cops is directly implicated in this is going to be something big. And that's why they probably have more than one agency looking into this from the rip. That's why it was a little weird. Because when I called the school, they was like, well, we have 2 agencies looking into this. Usually agencies don't cross over each other. They have an issue with that because everybody has power issues. But it may be that because there is some discrepancies and some issues. Let's see. Because when dual agencies look into something, it's usually an issue. Now, we'll pray that the other agency, we're going to figure out who it is, if it's the FBI, actually do their job. But I have had this happen in a case that I'm looking at in Illinois, where the Illinois State Police was on the case and the police department of the wrongful death. And guess what happened? They still found the cop not guilty of the wrongful death. And guess what happened years down the line? After, because y'all got to follow this case when y'all get to know me, because I'm still fighting this case. The officer who we were pursuing, that they didn't fire, because we don't play no games here, he committed suicide. Yeah, we don't play no games here, and I'm not bragging on it, but what I'm saying is that you can't get away with doing devil stuff and think the system cover it up for you that you good. No, these people eventually have souls. That guy, that cop, he ran his ass right into a semi-truck. Oh, go watch my other videos. Go look at the playlist of Justice for Alexis. This is a case that I've been following with wrongful death and the police. Some of them motherfuckers are crooked. And the system makes them more crooked by giving them the leeway to get away with it. And these people become animals. The cop that I'm talking about ended up killing 4 people before he got to my baby girl. And then had to unalive himself, because guess what? I don't just do these videos, or we do research, and I was on his ass like kryptonite. So I'm showing you this right here, because this is the best way we can start to investigate this stuff. But we could get police reports. We could some of those things. Okay? But I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to give y'all more information based on this particular case, because I, myself, is actually pursuing a case in Illinois. And I'm not an investigator. I'm just someone who really got connected to it. And that case is called the Alexis Project. She was killed by Dalton police. So what y'all going to get from me is more videos. I will not be going to freedom of information requests, no police reports. I'm not getting myself wrapped up in all of these cases. It is very hard. But I pray that there are people who actually take the torch and do that, because no matter if Ben Crump is on the case, there be holes in there, because I have noticed that. So people need to, one, figure out what's going on with Trey and the other prior police reports that he had with these police. You know, what was the encounters? What did they did? Maybe they need to get to Mississippi Internal Affairs. I don't know if they call that, because like in Illinois, they call the state police. In other places, they call them Internal Affairs. That's over the police. They need to contact Internal Affairs, just like I did. I'm telling you, I'm boots on the ground, baby. That's why they don't want you to listen. I'm boots on the ground. I already called the school, but I said I'm not going to get so caught up in this, because it takes a lot of my energy, and I have different projects. That's why I'm up early doing this video, because we could walk right in my kitchen. I'm going to show you. I got sloppy joes to make today, because I'm giving out to the homeless. If y'all see, I have a live that was supposed to be for 8 a.m. that's highlighting that the homeless are disappearing. So I may push that back, because I'm here talking to y'all and doing this, and I gotta go cook and get myself together. But this is the time I'm on. So I know you guys be in the audience talking a lot of crap or whatever, the hate that lives. But guys, I don't hate y'all. I'm just gonna call y'all out. I'm used to racist. I am a ICU registered nurse that retired from the traveling a year ago. I'm in a different sector. I'm used to coming across Caucasians Americans that's full of hate, that need me, that be sick as hell in the mind and the body, say a lot of bullshit, and then come back like, I got black friends, after they know that this DEI nurse had more of the skills that they regular counterparts don't have because they were pushed through the system. But this is who you talking to, baby. Okay? Okay? That's all I'm trying. Let me get to know the content creator. So like she said, we pray that Trey haunts y'all asses, that you wake up and you see that Caribbean ass face in your motherfucking dreams, in your closet, when you open the door and you see him hanging. Yeah, we want y'all to see that. No, we don't have sympathy for someone who pushed rhetoric and hate. No. And God is not gonna be mad at us. That black Jesus back here, he ain't gonna be mad. I know y'all mad. Then y'all ain't noticed that? The white people back there? Y'all ain't see what I got? Y'all ain't see this back here? You don't see the black Jesus hanging? Baby, be mad at Grace Levi. I know what our Messiah is. I know what he want from us. He want a multicolor cloak. Y'all can be part of the tree, but we are the original root. Y'all cannot kill us. Y'all cannot kill us. We will no longer be the dry bones. So, like I said, two things I want y'all to do is, as far as biblical, go look at Obadiah, because I'm going to keep telling y'all that I'm going to do a little series on that, because that's where we're at. White people, y'all are living out Obadiah, as well as I need you guys to pray for the family. Pray for what's going on. I'm going to be following up on the homeless guy, possibly tomorrow. I'm going to reschedule the live I have for 8 o'clock because I have to figure out what they have about what's going on with the homeless guy. And then I'll probably go live this afternoon when I'm giving out food. So please hit the like button with that. All I need is just y'all little support with that. And like I said, the more y'all support me, the more I can get partners to show what I'm doing. I don't even need y'all to give me no money. I don't have to drift. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to donate, y'all can when it comes to my food thing, but y'all don't have to. All I need people is to watch and hit the like button. And as I show my partners that's going to be giving me food and stuff, and they could get advertisement, it's going to work. Okay? Free street. This called guerrilla warfare, Black America. So I'm gonna live it in real time and show y'all how to do this, because I know how to be poor. I know how to live separate. My people from Haiti, we know how to circulate our money in our area and still be alive. Yeah, guess what? We been cut off from trade, right? Right? Y'all need to figure out why Haiti ain't in the ground. Why they coming over trying to steal our resources still? Why they sending the Black Hawks over to Haiti? I'm just giving y'all a heads up. Y'all dealing with a real strong person right here. So if y'all like what I share, hit the like button. All the rest of you guys who be mad at me, Grace Levi, I love y'all. And I'm still going to eat. So I'll keep y'all up to date on what's going on with Trey. Here goes the visual. Let's end off with the visual. Let's highlight that the visual is not big, but I appreciate it. And if you look, even though this is a predominantly white campus, you will see that it's not a lot of predominantly white people at this visual. Let's play it. And you see how many likes they got and views? They're not. We're pushing this real quick. We're pushing this. And thank you for being here this morning, guys, because it's so early in the morning. Thank you. We're pushing this. Let's play this. What? He's slow. So that was the visual, and I want to say thank you for being here. And Mike, please, you got to get it together. DNA. makes genetic codon that makes genotypes. Genotypes turn into phenotype. Pheno is the physical feature of the genotypes. Genotypes connected to DNA. DNA is connected to messenger RNA that writes our codons. Woo, Mike, I'm a registered nurse, bachelor degree, and I'm a geek. Ooh, I got the books. Please don't do it. And if you question my knowledge, just go into the description. I have a whole page on Rumble where I talked about the COVID, DNA, messenger RNA as a black nurse because I was censored. Baby, you'll see my work. Just go under the nurses to nurses. I have a whole year. I was probably the only black person that was really pushing what was going on against this. So you don't want to talk about genetics. I'm not a geek for nothing, dog. So welcome to the tribe of Levi, baby. I'll see y'all later on, okay? Have a great day.